Hello everyone, this is the Archfiend here, and I've got it's actually pretty terrible news. Um, I don't know, this might have happened to a lot of you guys yesterday, but I watched part of the MTV Video Music Awards, and I only watched about half hour of it, but it was enough to really just, soak in how bad it was, and I can't get it out of my head. I had trouble sleeping last night. I don't know. Even in my worst nightmares, I couldn't have dreamt that it would have gotten as bad of a production that it has become now. Um, I don't know. I want to kind of feel good about this too. For those of you that are too young out there to remember this when it was actually a very, very good awards show, talk to someone in their late 20s, early 30s that basically grew up in the MTV generation. Um, they'll tell you that that award show was without a doubt the one award show that you looked forward to every year. I mean, it was the show where you'd get the performers and acts that performed together that you would never see. Like Pearl Jam would come out with Neil Young. Like you would never see that anywhere other than on some place like the MTV Video Music Awards. Elton John performed November Rain with Guns N' Roses. Where else are you going to see something like that? But anyways, that was stuff that happened, 10 plus years ago when that show was really, really good. The one single moment that I really, really came to the conclusion that this show has just, totally just, jumped over the shark into the next ocean and just got eaten alive by piranhas was a couple years ago when Jimmy Fallon hosted the show. Yeah, that's pretty bad enough as it is, but that wasn't the reason to jump the shark. It was a big rumor at the time that Guns N' Roses was going to be reforming, if you will, and reuniting on stage and performing. And, I being a child of the 80s and being raised on Guns N' Roses music, it's like, hell yeah, you gotta see that shit. Even if they're old and washed up now, you just want to see them perform one last time together. So they teased it during the entire show, and they built it up to the end, and, Jimmy Fallon announces Guns N' Effin' Roses. Of course, they bleep them because they're lame. And they come out, and first thing I notice is, there's Axl Rose, and he's in dreadlocks, which is odd. Then I notice there's some guy with a bucket on his head on guitar, and there's a bunch of other guys there that I'd never seen before. And I was like, what the hell is this shit? This isn't Guns N' Roses. This is Axl Rose and the Douches. What the hell is this shit? Since when can bands reform with entirely different members of the band? Are you telling me that something like, I don't know, Paul McCartney could, get another guitarist, a bass guitarist, and a drummer, and just reform the Beatles? Is that how it works? They had Axl Rose there, so, you just fill in whoever you want. And, well, anyways, it's shit like that. That was the last time that, they tickled me with the proverbial feather. And I was like, you know what, I'm not going to put any stock into this show ever again. Why I watched any part of this last night, I can't, I feel ashamed. I feel ashamed to admit I watched a second of it. Okay. The host of the show. To this moment in time, I don't even remember his first or last name. I remember seeing him going, who the hell is this asshole? And don't bother telling me in the comments or anything who it was, because I don't care who it was. I don't care what he does. I don't care what he's going to be. I don't care what he's been. It doesn't matter. It's the fact that this is supposed to be, the pop culture channel. It's supposed to be the channel that's hip, okay? You couldn't plug in anyone that's known. What's Vin Diesel doing right now? I hate that douchebag, but shit, man. He's at least a known name in America. Instead, we get some British guy he did an entire 10-minute bit about American politics, and granted, he made some good points, but I don't know if he was trying to do a comedic act or they were trying to go a serious route. I didn't know what the hell was going on. I didn't know what I was watching. And I watched that entire thing with, Britney Spears being, dragged out in the back. I'm like, oh great, what is this Bimbo gonna perform again? I mean, I've seen her lip sync 500 times. She's yesterday's news. She's washed up. She's insane. She's probably gonna throw her kids in the river soon. I mean, who cares? She comes out, and the big thing is, like, they bring her out, and she announces the opening of the show. She says 3 sentences. They probably paid her like $1 million for that. And the thing that pisses me off the most is that the audience went apeshit over this. Oh, come on, America. Seriously. This girl just needs to be just told to move along. The world is done with you, Britney. Go away. Go sit in a loony bin somewhere and let Kevin take care of the kids. As bad of a thought that is, but that's the better of the situation. Yeah, people. I mean, man, so many good memories from this show. So many good memories. And the fact that it has gotten to the point where it is just almost borderline unwatchable. God, that show used to be so good. I remember every year I would look forward through the summer, even though school would be starting back up in early September, you would always know when September rolls around, it's going to be time for the MTV Music Video Awards. But man, oh boy, I feel sorry for anyone that looks forward to that shit now. I don't know, people. I just wanted to get this off my chest because I'm just thoroughly disappointed to the state that show has gotten to. God damn, it used to be so good. I wish they would release that shit on DVD because I'd buy it. Anyways, people, my condolences to anyone that watched any second of the show last night. Like I said, I managed to watch a half hour of it, and I mean, I didn't commit suicide, obviously, but I came close. But yeah, it was pretty bad. I'm gonna go throw up now. Have a good night.